Now for design 2, I want to teach you this cute little tractor. You can make it bigger or smaller depending on where you place it on the face, but it is so much fun. We just start with a little white square that I put in with star blends, and then we just trace that square. Now the more rounded you make the top cab, the more cutesy and kiddish it's going to become. If you want it more like the original picture, you just keep this super boxy. Then we complete the unibrow. We put the body engine of the tractor right there with a little smokestack. And then I like to flip my brush and complete the darker edge of green along the window and the hubcap. And then we just kind of finish up these little details. When you're molding the shape of anything, go for the look you're looking for. So if you're not quite happy with it yet, just keep going. Now I've loaded up some gray and black. I don't want it to be really harsh quite yet because I still want to have some of the darker shades of black for my outlining. So I just get mostly gray, but with that darker edge, I really like the dimension that brings. And we want just a little tire at the front and some background smoke. These basic shapes happen quite quickly, and it's really nice, especially if you're doing a young kid, because if we have to stop, even now you can tell that this is a tractor. I like to add dirt because it gives placement and it's funny. Like you can add a beard, a mustache even if you want to make him a true little farmer. As we do our outlining, we want to focus on the corners. Keeping those sharp edges really makes a big difference. As we do the tire, we want a scalloped look because that gives the tread of the tire. You can actually take the tread really far if it's an older kid and get super intricate with it. It's really fun. Or you can get a stencil and do it that way. I make sure to bring some flicks in to show the place where air gets into the engine. And it's just those subtle little details that we include that make it look like a machine without making it overly complicated and time-consuming for us. Now we just finish up these last little bits, making sure that we have clean lines and a little hash mark to make it look like a window. I love adding the details. It's just so much fun. And we've got this pudgy little tractor that's ready to plow the fields. With the white, we want to add some smoke and some highlights and just kind of go in and have a good time. You could totally add our sparkle stars as well because it's not like we couldn't have a magical tractor. Now, often in this design, this is where I finish, but I have a little sped up version of one of my favorite parts coming here at the end. I think tractors are so much fun, but the best part about being on the farm is all the little animals. And so I'll add all kinds of things. You can add a sheepdog, or here's a little pig that I'm throwing onto this other eyebrow. I've done chickens and roosters. And then I like to come in and just finish the balance of the design with a little bit of grass. Because of course the tractor's out in the field, he's got to be planting and growing something. And then we just come in and add those little finishing details. This is a perfect example of adding yourself into your work. This kid wanted a tractor, but I wanted a piggy. And so you can add these little bonus things. Now, if you've got a crazy long line, of course not. But this is a wonderful way to get to practice things that you want to do. They didn't ask for this, so they're not going to be upset if it isn't perfect. So